Alright, folks. So, right now, the food industry faces a huge dilemma. It's a big monster that we're literally going to wrestle with for possibly the next year. Yes, the pandemic might be over in 2 months, who knows? But right now, what a lot of establishments are kind of facing, and there's just no way possible. We know that people need food. We know that people struggle to get good, well-cooked meals each day. So we know that there's a problem. And we also know how to safely prepare food. We have done it all along. But however, once you talk about putting a group of people in the same room, and not only that, once you're putting people, even if it's one or two people in a space where there are other people come and be in contact, you're just kind of really putting yourself and your team in danger, regardless whether everybody is not sick. There's people over there who are testing positive, who are asymptomatic. So there's just no way to really kind of go about doing this. So for us in the food industry, we face this huge dilemma. How are we going to get food out? How are we going to come together? And not only that, how are the customers that we are so used to feeding, how are they supposed to pay for the food? We also face that big dilemma because the well is running dry for a lot of people. And the last thing that they're thinking about is how they're going to pay for the pizza for takeout or for our dinner takeouts or anything. So we're facing this huge monster right now. And not only that, there's this huge issue that, yes, delivery seems to be the only way, and pickup seems to be this only way to get food out. But those two initial problems, how to prepare the food safely and people running out of funds to actually buy the food, are going to eventually equal out or fade out the delivery and pickup, because there's just nobody's going to be able to trust ordering takeout. And not only that, nobody's going to be able to order takeout. So we have a huge problem right now, and we don't know how this is going to last. But in the next 2 months, even if we were to safely prepare meals, it would be tough to get it out there. How are we going to get it out there? And right now we're facing the issues of just kind of standing in line for a big old loan, and we don't know if when and how we're going to get it. The process is so brutal. So that is the situation. I laid out the problem, and I have 2 solutions that I want to work on, and that is establishing our online presence, which myself in the coffee shop, I have not really done that in the caliber that I should have in the past 2 years. Of course I haven't, but now is the time. So one solution that I'm thinking for my coffee shop in particular is, how can I safely make cookies, package them, and deliver them? How can I safely do that with muffins? And then essentially, how can I serve my community again with wraps, ready-made meals, and everything in general? There are all these questions in my head. Should I just seal off the facility, shut down the gates, and just do delivery? I think that might be the possible only route, because that's apparently what everybody's doing out there. But is that self-sufficient? That is my question. Our whole entire system is not being, and I know everybody needs to be in place, and I know that there are essential employees out there, and of course I'm aware that in order to keep the economy going, we have to keep working. But how are people going to keep working in this scenario? Yes, we can work online. yes, we can sell things online, but then you need people behind the scenes that are delivering, packaging those things. Whatever supply or service or product you're doing, you're gonna need people behind the scenes that are kind of delivering that, especially in the food industry, mainly in particular in the food industry. I am doing the cooking tutorials. I am doing everything possible right now, but there's so many cooking tutorials out there. There's already so much out there. There is one thing lacking right now, though, is people getting good, well-cooked meals. In my community, in my neighborhood, I know in 2 weeks the well is going to run dry for everyone. So what is the route? A lot of kitchens are turning into donation facilities. I'm seeing, I think I might have to turn that route, run mainly on donations and see where it goes. See if there are ways that we can kind of draw resources into the coffee shop and solve and become part of that solution and not become a burden on the problem that exists. And then of course we need to be conscious of everything and conscientious and just be aware of the problem, and yet have to face the reality that things might not be the same after all of this. And that's what I'm grappling with. But yet it's just this big monster that's fading in the near future, and we have to battle it each day. We have to battle that nightmare each day that it doesn't become real. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing for my coffee shop. That's what I want to do for my community. That's what I want to do for myself, for everyone, and to help and be part of this cause, and not in a way that I'm going to add to the burden, but to take away some of the burden and become part of the solution. Thank you, folks. Stay tuned. We're going to do this channel. We're going to do Live for Food on YouTube, Live for Food 2020 on TikTok, and on Instagram. You can become part of our community by following our Mill Tower Cafe page, and you can DM us and start from there and show your support there. And maybe someday we'll reopen our gates and you'll be lining up at our doors to get some muffins, get some awesome coffee, get some sandwiches, steak and cheese, turkey BLTs, rice bowls, acai bowls, just you name it, folks. I can't wait to get back to doing that for you. I already miss it. I'm going to make the best out of this quarantine, and hopefully my voice will reach out to somebody, and hopefully we can make this little coffee shop here in Plymouth something a lot greater than what it is. Thank you, folks.